Wholesaling gives us the opportunity, and the marketing we do for wholesaling gives us the opportunity to be direct to seller. We've had some scary moments, but I think what's great about us investors is we're problem solvers.
Some people are going to hear it and be like, dude, you stole this guy's house. But what they don't understand is this guy's losing the house regardless. You're saving his credit. You're keeping a foreclosure off his record. So he could get his stuff going in a year, buy another house. All right, my man, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jacob Winters. I'm the owner of Winvestment Co. I like to call it a full service real estate company. Not only do we find investors off market properties, but we also help those investors with the financing. So whether that's hard money for a fix and flip or like a BRRRR method type of deal, we'll provide the hard money. And then if they're holding on as a rental, they'll turn around and we'll do their DSCR cash out refinance as well. So that's what we're doing today. We're also taking on some flips, buying some rentals ourselves, which is fun. So a lot of stuff, wearing a lot of hats.
Definitely. No, I didn't know about the lending side. That's pretty tight.
Yeah.
How'd you get started in real estate?
Lending. I started as a loan officer during COVID. So saw a lot of refinances and a lot of purchases during those times. Got a lot of experience very quick. Everyone in the country was buying and refinancing at that time, and luckily got a few investors who I got in touch with, and I started diving deeper into the investment world. Wow, these guys, how many rentals do you own? So that kind of sparked my interest, and as rates started creeping up, I went full-time into wholesaling, and today we're wholesaling, lending, fix and flipping, buying rentals, and doing all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish I would have been a little bit more privy. I was still working my full-time sales job when the COVID thing kicked off. I remember I got a really good deal under contract, and I was about to drop contract on it right as like COVID kicked off. And I kept it, luckily. It was a great house, and I made some good money on it too. But there was a lot of people. I know people that sold like half of their portfolio, just fire sold it like as soon as it kicked off because they were scared. And then who would have thought that it was going to kick off like the biggest housing boom, and prices went crazy. And they really haven't come back down. They've come down some, but not as much as they went up. Do you agree?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. During COVID, people were buying and just sitting on them. And then a couple months later, they were selling and making a ton of money. So it was some crazy times.
Yep. You can make anything really work with a 2% interest rate. You know what I'm saying? Everything penciled. I remember I was doing like 1% I was happy with back then. It just made sense. Now it's like 1.5 to 2% is what I'm looking for on my rentals type deal. So it's definitely changed. Absolutely, bro. That's sick. Where are you from?
Originally from San Clemente, California, between LA and San Diego. And now, thankfully, I'm here in Austin, Texas.
So what are you doing right now? What are you working on?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. We got 2 novations right now, purchasing a foreclosure flip in Somerset, Texas, outside of San Antonio. I'm working on a few loans, doing a few deals as well. We have a smaller team, so we've kind of scaled back a little bit, more so just cherry picking deals that come through the wholesale channel. And it's interesting. I talked to a lot of people about this today, but wholesaling is a lot different today from where we originally started. I look at it more as a marketing channel. Wholesaling gives us the opportunity, and the marketing we do for wholesaling gives us the opportunity to be direct to seller. So if we get a deal under contract, that could be a wholesale deal, that could be a fix and flip deal, that could be a rental deal. So I look at wholesaling more as a marketing channel. So a lot of the deals that we do are really just direct to seller. We control the game, and not doing anything crazy like 10, 15 wholesale deals a month, what I was doing a couple of years ago, but just doing a few here and there and making sure that they have a lot of meat on the bone that's worth their while.
I know, dude. I know. It's one of those things. I was talking to a realtor today about it, and she was talking about some investors came in and lowballed this guy, and she told me the price, and I was like, I just was real honest with her. I was like, look, I said, the market is tough right now. I said, people want sellers concessions. I'm like, that's where an investor needs to be. I said, so many times I bought houses hoping everything went well, and it doesn't. Nothing ever goes well, and you end up, maybe you think you're gonna make 20. Now I'm looking like the deal needs to look like it's making 30 to 40, and typically it pencils in between 20 to 30, sometimes less, 15. Like I have one that's sitting on the market right now. I thought it was gonna fly off, and it's like I've dropped the price twice, and I'm just holding out, waiting to see. But so it's just tough times. You got to be careful. You can really get overexposed. I was talking to my buddy Edward, who was big time time flipper. This dude had 8 going at one time. And he was saying, yeah, man, he almost went broke because of it, just because the holding costs, he got into a couple properties that just didn't work out. And then that's what, so definitely these last couple of years have been
reality check.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. You were doing $1 million flips, right? How was that?
Yeah, those are the problem ones right now. Well, that's one of them. I got 2 problem flips right now.
Yeah.
Actually got 4 running in Austin, Texas right now. 2 in South Austin, and then 2 next to the Domain, which is like North Austin. But yeah, like you just said, you take on a deal and you think, or at least the sellers or the real estate agents think, oh, it's going to be, you're making a lot of money.
Yeah, for sure.
Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong with these properties. Contractor issues, permit issues, extension fees, holding costs. It's and like your buddy that you're saying, we've had some scary moments, but I think what's great about us investors is we're problem solvers, right?
Absolutely.
Luckily, I have some really good hard money lenders involved. I can't do my own loans, unfortunately, on my deals. So I have to outsource to other guys. But luckily, I got some pretty solid hard money lenders. They've given me deferments and really just helped me out through these tough times because they know it's pretty brutal out there. But yeah, man.
I would think like the million and higher price point would not be interest rate dependent. Is that just, I mean, I guess in Austin, maybe that's not the case just because the stuff is so expensive there that a lot of people are using loans on those, or
honestly, man, I can't talk too much about the Austin market. I'm still a baby here.
Yeah.
I just started flipping a year ago in Austin. As a matter of fact, I come to find out from some different agents involved that summertime isn't the best time for listing houses here in Austin.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
So,
weird.
very weird.
When is a good time?
They're saying coming up after Labor Day.
Nice.
Yeah, after Labor Day. I was like, you know what? That might have worked. But yeah, man, it's crazy. So I flipped a house last December. We ended up buying 2 more flips on that same street. One of the houses was a cookie cutter house, same bed bath count, same layout, everything. And I brought on a new private money guy, capital guy to fund that deal, thinking, it's a copy and paste. We had the architect who laid out everything on the first house. We had a comparable sale right on that same street. So our thought was the same thing. Like, man, this thing's going to fly, just like the last one.
Yeah.
And we're probably 6 months in. We just extended our loan. And that's a deal that we just got supposedly an offer coming in last night.
Nice.
Some doctor from out of state needs to buy a house before tax season comes around.
I'll be praying for you, brother. I
appreciate it. We need some prayers coming in.
I
need to get these things off the books and clear some capacity.
Sure, I get that. But it's stuff like that. Like my hardest stuff is what I learned the most through. I know now I'm like underwriting and just tough times. And I feel like the tough times builds character. I think it builds gratitude. And then when the getting is good, it's like, man, it feels twice as good because you know how it can be sometimes when it's tough.
Yeah.
No, I love that. I love that you didn't stop.
Yeah, you can't.
For sure. Yeah, exactly.
And I think another thing, just piggyback off that, my lenders really appreciate it too, especially my private money lenders. They know that I'm a younger guy. I'm still learning every day, but they see me pushing forward, making it happen still.
Yep.
Protecting their investment and still returning their investment. Yep. I've had some uncomfortable phone calls, right?
Yep, for sure. Yeah.
Over the expected timeline that we originally agreed on. Gracefully, they've understood that we're in a difficult market and things happen, but they respect it. They respect that I'm continuing to push forward, problem solving, and getting this thing to the finish line, getting these houses to the finish line.
Yep. That's what I've listened to like countless hard money lenders say. The most important thing is communication. It's when people literally shut it off or they're not keeping you in the loop. That's when it's like, hey, we're not going to work with you at all. So the fact that you just stay on top of it. But yeah, no, I see definitely some big things coming from you. And that's why I wanted to have you on here. I've really linked up with a lot of the San Antonio investors. I'm in Travis Wells' mastermind, and that's been really cool. I've met some really good people. We're going to be coming up to San Antonio in October for the Wholesaling Live event. You should come to it.
Dude, I'd love to. We're planning on buying a house out there in Somerset, outside of San Antonio. So
as a rental?
Yeah, we're gonna do like a wholesale on it.
Nice.
It's funny. I tell people all the time, the deals are in the follow-ups.
Yeah, bro.
I'm in touch with this guy, I think probably 6 months ago. He, of course, accepted a higher offer with some Arizona wholesaling company.
Yep.
They gave him the runaround and got a call from him last week. And he's like, Jake, my car ain't starting. I can't pay the bills. I'm behind on electricity. His electric turned off. I just turned on his electric the other day. Behind on his water bill.
Yeah.
He's not making any money because he's an HVAC
Yeah.
guy. Without his truck, he can't make any money.
Right.
And then we're, of course, come to find out he's in an active foreclosure. We're waiting on a reinstatement to come in, pay that, get that current.
Nice.
We're closing on that next week. Got it for 20,000.
Damn. Let's go.
This is going to be probably one of my best deals ever.
What do you think you'll sell it for?
He went under contract back in June for 240.
Holy.
So this other company in Arizona, they did a novation, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like they put me in a hotel for a couple days. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
they probably had it on market where get some showings to come through. It went under contract for 240. And I'm just thinking, if this is a hoarder house, by the way. So I'm thinking if we just do a really good junk removal, really good cleaning, get a handyman, do 5,000 and some miscellaneous repairs. If we just hit 240, that's a freaking good day.
Oh, that's a lick, bro. That's a lick. Absolutely. So he doesn't owe anything on the property?
He's this is the crazy part. He owes like $7,000.
Holy shit. And I see it all the time. I see people lose their house and it literally goes back and they don't owe. So you're keeping a foreclosure. Some people, and most people listen to this are investors who are psyched, but some people are going to hear it and be like, dude, you stole this guy's house. But what they don't understand is this guy's losing the house regardless. At this point in time, you're saving his credit. You're keeping a foreclosure off his record. So he could get his stuff going in a year, buy another house. You know what I'm saying? It sucks that he's lost all this equity, but he's at the point now where he's probably exhausted everything and there's no other option. Some other guy waited till last minute and you're coming in to save the day. I mean, I've had some licks, never licks like that though. I've had some 6-figure licks though. They're exciting. So you have a partner with that? A partner that you'll split it with?
Yeah, I've come to realize what my strong suits are. It's really on the acquisition side. I'm really good at taking calls, getting deals done. So recently I've connected with a disposition company. We actually own a property together in Florida. Great group of guys. They're actually even chipping into our marketing budget every month, which is really cool.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm teaming up with them. They're going to handle the project management, all the ins and outs. We're splitting costs we're getting 100% financing from our lender, which is cool.
Nice.
We're splitting holding costs and stuff like that. But really what's exciting for me is they're taking care of the selling of the property, which allows me to focus on bringing more deals in like that.
Yep. And disposition is such a buzzkill because you get this property and you're like, I got it. And it feels so good. And then you put it out there and you're like not getting the interest you thought. And it's like, I hate it. I hate flips sitting on the market. I hate the delayed gratification because I'm not a delayed gratification guy. Like I want it now and I'm not waiting on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, no, that's very true. I've come to realize that it's all about reverse engineering it on the disposition side. A lot of people think you need hundreds of buyers. If you just got 10 really solid buyers, just go out and find what they want.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's good. I like that.
Find what they want. Make a phone call and you could have a deal sold right then and there.
Yep. Keep it simple. Yeah, dude. My social media has helped a ton. I've been getting tons of deals.
I've seen that. I saw your Facebook groups popping off.
It is the Facebook group and just like the daily posting. So, and I've got about 5,000 friends on Facebook. So between those, I don't know. My marketing has pretty much slowed. I'm not doing a ton of marketing, but I'm getting a lot of organic leads and they're good leads. They're converting leads because it's people, hey, you know, when these leads would probably go to the guy on Google, the top SEO, hey, buy houses. I'm getting those calls before because they're like, hey, I know a guy. Boom. So I'm sure I'm taking some of the pot away from them. I bought a nice one and a, perfect rental market's brick. Nice, like that perfect sweet spot of like the cost of what you need to be in it versus what it could rent for. It's like one of the good ones there and locked up a couple this week. So it's been good, man. I'm hoping the market.
Your posts inspire me, by the way. Those daily posts, I've been watching. Those are really inspiring. So keep it up.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I got some haters, so it's nice to get some positive feedback. Some people are like, dude, enough. Like, all you do is post. And then a lot of other people are really encouraging. So tell me, what are your goals? What are you looking to do? What are you hoping in the next couple of years or the next year, 6 months? What's the future looking?
Man, that's such a good question. I'm horrible at thinking too far down the road like that. I think continue doing what we're doing. I think it's been a rough couple months, rough year. I want to continue building what we're doing on the wholesale side, offering these investors the off-market deals. And then also on top of that, providing the hard money. And then if they're keeping them as a rental, flip that into a DSCR cash out. So I think just adding more people to be able to do more of those type of deals. So whether that means building out my loan officer side, bringing some loan officers under my team, bringing on some more acquisitions, disposition guys, bring disposition back into in-house. I think that's what we're going to continue to do, and then cherry pick the really good deals, whether it's
Yeah, buddy.
fix and flip, subject to rental, continue to build that rental portfolio. That's the thing. Rental's been rough too the last couple of years.
Bro, I hear you. I don't
We're
make any
trying
money
to-
on my rentals at all.
yeah,
Like
it's
if they don't lose money, it's a blessing.
yeah,
But
it all
it's like
sounds
that
great.
long-term wealth stuff.
Yeah, that's how I see it. We had a 3.25 rate in Leander, Texas, brick house, and needed maybe like 5,000 repairs. Like those are the type of deals that I want to buy for
Yeah.
rentals. You
Yep.
can't pass that up.
For sure.
With the property manager, it would still cash flow about 300 a month. It's going to be pretty maintenance free. We have a roof coming up maybe in the next 5 years that we got to take care of. But for me, it's like, man, this is a 3.25 rate. Back in COVID, this house was worth like 400,000. We picked it up for a $10,000 entry fee. You got to add these ones.
Yep, I know. I love those. The thing that I love the cheaper entry fees. That's what I was telling this investor the other day. Who was trying to sell me a sub two. It was like 17 in arrears plus their fee, and I'm like, I just don't want to dump 20 grand in the deal. I like those ones that I really like them before they ever get, or like pre foreclosure, where the people are like a couple months in and they're like, look, I'm gonna lose my house. I just bought one. The lady was 3 months behind. I think her. I think it was like 6,000, 7,000, something like that. Man, and so I was happy to take that over subject to. So no,
Yeah,
definitely, I
those
love
ones are
subject
good
twos. Yep, absolutely, bro, absolutely. Man, how about your socials? Shout out your company, your socials, how we can reach you, all that.
Yeah, I'm big on stories on Facebook and Instagram. I'm always walking through properties and talking about mortgage stuff and showing some wholesale deals that we're doing. I want to get better at doing live calls because I think again that's one of my gifts. I'm really good on the phones. But
Love
yeah,
that, dude. You should do that. Yeah, I would
yeah,
love to see that stuff.
yeah. I see a lot of other wholesalers doing it. I'm like, I want to know. It's funny because you see all the great calls. I want to post some of the bad. I want to hear people going through like the shit.
Yeah.
Excuse my language.
No, you're
Um,
good. You're good.
So yeah, I'm gonna put some reality like
I
live
love that.
on
Yep,
Insta,
yep,
Facebook
yep.
and stuff.
Sweet, dude.
But yeah, you could find me at Winvest with Jake, just like my company Winvestment Co. It's gonna be Winvest with Jake. That's I'm pretty active on Instagram, and then that kind of translate over to my Facebook page as well.
Okay, sweet, brother. We'll be following you, and I'll shoot you the details on that wholesaling event in San Antonio. If
Yeah,
not, shoot, we should just link up.
I hope to see you in San Antonio in October. I'll definitely check
Absolutely.
that.
Thank you,
Awesome.
brother.